It looks like they now have some different handle options, which is nice. I mean, when it comes to utility blades and utility knives, which are making an awesome wave here in the knife world and everyday carry, for the most part. Knives that have a utility blade definitely have a place. I use them a lot as a secondary. Sometimes I use them as primary when it comes to opening Amazon boxes and things like that. I tend to use them a lot. They come with paperwork. It looks like we have a little extra tool here, a little bit of a pry bar / bottle opener, right? And you have a little bit of a nut little adjuster here, which is nice. A little bit of a wrench situation going on there, which is good. So that's a pretty cool tool if you want to throw it on your keychain or what have you, right? Always have a pry bar, a flathead, and a couple other tools on the go, which is nice. Looks like we have Ultim on this one, which is nice. And check out the attention to detail. A little bit of milling going on, not just some boring Ultim or PEI scales, but a little bit of like a V pattern, back and forth, upside down, and things like that. It has one of my favorite features, which is this button operated screwdriver back here. It's a bit of somewhat of a plunge lock button lock, so it opens completely 180 degrees. You can use it as a screwdriver. It has a PH0 Phillips and a flathead. SL 3.5 to be exact, so that's nice. It's already included. The best feature about that is that it does not add any additional bulk, right? Once it's nice and tucked away and folded, you don't even know it's there. It's one of those nice to have and not need, then obviously need and not have. So in a way, you have a utility knife and a screwdriver on the go with you at all times. Now it is a crossbar lock. We got thumb studs for deployment, and bam, right? Here's the utility blade in its full glory. Now these are OKNIFE branded. You can basically use any sort of utility blade. It does have that universal fit pretty much. So whether you use the same ones you have at home, some spare ones you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever the case may be, they're all going to fit pretty good. Gives you that tip there for utility cuts and draw cuts. Obviously it's going to be very, very slicey to say the least. This is going to be a steel housing, right, as far as that goes. Steel thumb studs, as you would expect. The action is going to be really nice. It's going to be on ball bearings. So there we go. And you can thumb deploy and spidey flick all day. So it's a little bit of a smaller handle. It's about a 3-finger grip. If you do it back here, the best way is to forward choke a tad bit, make it a full purchase, full 4-finger grip as such. You have a nice area here with some jimping, also locked in behind the locking little wheel right there. Feels really good. We do have steel liners on the inside. They're not milled for weight reduction. It's a small knife, so it's still not all that heavy either way. But just an observation there, you can see how the screwdriver tucks in and what it looks like from the inside. Now that's one variant. We have this other variant right here. I want to say, do we know the material? Not necessarily, so let's find out. It's looking like a little bit of a OD green G10 to me. By the way, these are very likely going to be given away as a giveaway item in the channel once we reach the next milestone, probably 75,000 subscribers. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to do so. But here is the knife. Closer look here. It does feel and look like G10 if you ask me. And that's where I would be incorrect. It's called PEEK, right? Just like this other handle material here was PEI. This one is PEEK. First time handling PEEK. I'm not sure. Kind of, again, gives you a little bit of G10 vibes. If G10 and FRN had a baby, that kind of is what this feels like. So it's a brand new one for me. PEEK material. Not necessarily sure what that's all about. So that's the first. SK5 steel on the utility blades, in case you're wondering. If you want to get technical, and then you got the weights here. Even though the liners are not recessed, we're looking at 2.63 ounces on the PEI and 2.79 ounces on the PEEK handle. Still under a 3-inch knife all day, which is nice. Got the same pattern here, U1 Pro. Let's go ahead and send it. Bam. Yeah, this is one of those knives you could pretty much put anywhere. Fanny pack, 5th pocket carry, secondary, primary, office carry. I mean, if you have local laws that prevent you from carrying a knife of a specific size, this is definitely a good variant. Or hear me out, you could take off the blade. As a matter of fact, why don't I do that? It's screwed from one side only. So I'm going to go ahead and just go lefty-loosey. I tried doing that with my hands, but then I remember you get a tool included for a reason, right? There's the other one. So what you do is you use this the teeth inside the tool here, and then we're going to use it to go lefty-loosey. That's now easier to unscrew by hand, and then you can remove the blade as such. Now, what the point I was trying to make is you can now travel with this through TSA, right? There's no blade on here, right? You have a screwdriver, if anything. That's about the only thing you have. There is no blade going on at all. You just remove that. So now whenever you land, right, you can pick up a blade from your local hardware store. You know, maybe depending on where you're going, they have a spare one to give you, whatever the case is, right? You can make it TSA approved by simply removing the blade. So that's nice and easy to do. Let's go ahead and pop that blade back in here. Again, so you can see, very universal as far as how that goes. You should slide it in, right? It should top out on the bottom end, and then you simply go righty-tighty, right? It actually has the arrow for that. Just gonna press down here, screw it on by hand, and then you simply finish it off here with just a little bit of, you know, tighten it up a bit with the included tool here, which is nice. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Again, just throw this on your keychain pretty much, and you're set. So I do like that a lot. And again, action is pretty solid. Great utility blade recommendation. The market is in a way saturated with a lot of utility blades these days. Some people do a good job, right? Other people don't. But this is definitely one of the more solid choices that you can choose from out there. I like the additional feature of the screwdriver. I think that comes in clutch, right, whenever you need it, which is nice. I like the PI handle a little bit more because of the see-through, right? You can see the Omega springs here on the crossbar lock and whatnot. Just feels good on hand. Got some jimping all the way around for extra grip. That is the U1 Ultra. We checked it out here in the channel before, and we have checked out other variants, by the way. I want to say this one is aluminum here with the pink and blue, and this one does not have the bit driver. So this one will be the Ultra, just because you get very nice handles and things like that. And they do put ceramic blades on the Ultra, which is very, very nice. These cut like crazy. I've used this one a ton. It's still super sharp, but you don't get that bit driver that you get with the Pro. So the Pro has the bit driver. It's also a little bit of a longer handle. Apples to apples comparison, about that much longer, like a quarter of an inch. A quarter of an inch can make a big difference.